January 30th, 2014. A naked man clutching a knife stumbles onto a remote beach in the Marshall Islands. His hair is wild, his body emaciated. He tells authorities an impossible story. He's José Salvador Alvarenga, and he's been lost at sea for 438 days. He drifted over 6,700 miles across the Pacific in a 24-foot boat, surviving on raw birds, turtle blood, and his own urine. His companion died 10 months ago, but here's what haunts him most, and what he'll never admit publicly. What he had to do to survive those final months alone. This is the story the world heard. But what if I told you there's more? This is What If. November 17th, 2012. Mexico. José Salvador Alvarenga, a seasoned shark hunter, preps for a routine trip. His usual partner bails, so he takes Ezequiel Cordoba, a 22-year-old with no experience. They set out into the dark Pacific. Alvarenga knows a storm is coming, but this one is different. 80 miles offshore, gale-force winds and 10-foot waves toss their boat like a toy. They're forced to dump their gear to stay afloat. Then the engine dies. For 7 days, the storm thrashes them. They can see the mountains of Mexico, but the winds push them backward until the land disappears. They are alone in the middle of the Pacific with no food, no water, and no hope. After a 5-day search, they are presumed dead. But they're not. They're drifting, and they'll keep drifting for 438 more days. Trapped on a 24-foot boat, Alvarenga's fishing skills kept them alive. He caught fish with his bare hands, but it wasn't enough. Then, seabirds began landing on their boat. Alvarenga grabbed one and, while Cordoba watched in horror, ripped it apart and drank its blood. He developed a system to snatch dozens of live birds, creating a mobile food supply. They ate shark livers, caught sea turtles, and drank their blood. When rainwater ran out, they drank their own urine. Alvarenga even adopted a bird as a pet to fight the loneliness, until he ran out of other food. Then came the moment that would haunt them. About 10 weeks in, Cordoba ate a bird that made him violently ill. He refused food and begged Alvarenga to let him die. One morning, for months into the journey, Cordoba simply didn't wake up. Alvarenga was alone. What would you do with a dead body on a tiny boat in the middle of the ocean? Would you keep it for company? Bury it at sea immediately? Or something else? Hold that thought. And if this story is gripping you, hit subscribe. We cover survival stories and the dark choices people make when pushed to the edge. Every single week, Alvarenga kept Cordoba's body for 6 days, talking to it until he realized he was losing his mind. He wrapped it and slid it into the ocean. Now truly alone, he drifted for 9 more months. He lost over 100 pounds, his skin hardened, and he tracked time by counting 15 lunar cycles. He hallucinated constantly. Then came the moment that crushed him. A massive container ship appeared. He waved frantically. The crew saw him, waved back, and kept going. He lost faith in humanity. He spent his days imagining conversations with his daughter, whom he hadn't seen in 8 years. That's what kept him going. On January 29th, 2014, he spotted land. He swam naked to shore, holding only a knife. He had drifted 6,700 miles, from Mexico to the Marshall Islands. He had been at sea for 438 days, the longest anyone in recorded history has survived. When news broke, skepticism followed. But the University of Hawaii analyzed ocean drift patterns and confirmed his story was entirely possible. Every detail checked out, except one. In 2015, Alvarenga wrote a book. Cordoba's family then sued him for $1 million, claiming he had eaten their son to survive. Alvarenga vehemently denied it, saying they'd made a pact not to eat each other. The lawsuit eventually fell through, but the accusation stuck. We'll never know for sure. Alvarenga was alone on that boat for 9 months, starving and desperate. When pressed, he just says, "Believe it or don't." Today, José Salvador Alvarenga lives quietly, trying to rebuild his life. The media forgot him. The book didn't make him rich. He's just a man trying to forget. But survival experts say the key to his ordeal wasn't just resourcefulness. It was his sense of purpose. For the first 4 months, he was caring for Cordoba. After Cordoba died, his new purpose was getting home to tell his daughter he loved her. That's what kept him alive through 9 months of absolute isolation. Not just hope, but a stubborn refusal to let his story end at the bottom of the sea. José Salvador Alvarenga survived 438 days lost at sea. He drifted 6,700 miles. He watched his companion die, and he made it home to tell the tale. But the question remains, what if he'd given up? What if he'd let the ocean take him after Cordoba died? We'd never know his name, and one of the greatest survival stories ever told would be lost forever. What would you have done? Let me know in the comments. If the story moved you, hit subscribe. Next week, the hiker who cut off his own arm to escape a canyon. The decision that saved his life and changed survival training forever. Until next time, keep asking what if.